that I know of. So pretty excited to be wearing pink, and it looks like I'm really bright. Let me see if I can change the filter here on TikTok. I don't know why it is liking like this, but give me a second and see if I can figure out what is going on with this filter on TikTok. Let's see, let's change all the enhancements. They are off. Filters, oh, it's sunny, that's why. Okay, there we are. Back to original. So hey, so we are here live, and we were unboxed earlier, or rather I wasn't here, they unboxed. So I'm going to show you some things that we got. We got this yesterday. This is a 500-year-old Nihonto, or a 500-year-old Japanese sword. This one I believe is a Mihara sword. And so you can see the details. I'm going to try to hold it up. I don't know how well you can see the details in the steel, but this is a pretty cool sword. Hello, Lycan Claw. Hello, Chris Banner. Welcome. Pretty cool tsuba on this one, too. I really like this Mokko tsuba. Actually, I'm not sure if this is Mokko. There's actually, I think, a different name for this one. So anyway, this is one of the ones that came in. Once again, this is I think a Mihara sword. Sue Mihara, or a late Mihara sword. This one, if I remember correctly, is a Mino sword. Yes, this is a Mino sword. You can tell by the Hamon line. The Hamon line is kind of like got this jagged look, and that's what the Mino area. This is from Gifu, Japan. This is what their swords look like. It's basically one of Masamune's students, Kaneuji, went to the Mino area and brought his techniques, and they ended up with swords that look like this. Hello, George Cortez. Hello, Samurai Jade. Samurai Jade. I did see that you got the down payment on that sword. I think you had looked at some other ones, but ended up going with that one. It's actually on consignment from Matt Jarrell, so he'll be happy. He's actually on his way to San Francisco next week, so he'll be happy to have some extra spending money. Anyway, check that baby out. A pretty cool sword here. James Wilding, hey. Oh, I just remembered. It's kind of funny. There is a Sagio taped to the back of the door to remind me to ship your sword tomorrow, James Wilding. Or your sword, your Daisho set. I sold my Motohara Daisho set to James Wilding, which made me very sad. Hey, Joe Story in the house. All right, so here's a really cool sword. I really like this one. This one is Dragonflies. Well, actually, you can see it on the other side. So you can see there is a Dragonfly on this tsuba. I haven't studied this sword yet, so I'm not exactly sure. I believe it is same thing. Looking at it, I would say it is probably an Edo period sword. Really pretty Hamon line there. I don't know how well you guys can see that in this lighting. Not the best lighting in the world. Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Alaska. Hello, Kratos. Welcome, welcome. So there we are. You can see this. I'm going to try to come out of the camera so it'll focus on the stuff that's going on. This is not the best lighting in this corner of the shop. So anyway, Hulk Hogan died today. Not a fan of him, so rest in peace, but not my thing. Let's see. Ricky Provost, welcome. Amazing antiques. I don't think we have that amazing of techniques, but our antiques. There are some people who have some really amazing antiques. Your down payment for the S7 Batose. I did, Kratos. I did. Bushy Dave, welcome. Hello, John DeHart. There we are. Check out this. This. What do you call it? This is a Tachi, also a Nihonto Tachi. Really like the details in this one. This one is sadly missing one of its seppa, and it's apparently missing its mikugi too. So let me get this. Oh, it's stuck. That's not good when they stick like this. So we need to. Ryan needs to make mikugi for this baby. But check that out. This one's really cool too. I would guess from the look of it that it is also an Edo period sword. Look at the okisaki there. Really cool geometry with that kisaki. It's a really big, long kisaki. So this is the one that we got yesterday. We unboxed it yesterday. And you can see here it has that really cool. This is basically a Tachi. This one is not certified. And then the last one that we got yesterday, I'm basically laying all these out so I can take them home today. This one is a Dotanuki. Look at the kisaki on this Dotanuki. This has an okisaki. So a really big one. Are these for sale? Yes, Joe Hart, they are for sale. Afro Samurai, we do have. I'll show them after we're done. Kajiri Kamui Kagura. No, I'm not familiar with that. So check that out. Big kisaki. Let's see. Talk to Taitsuki to do the S5 when you get them from Cloudhammer. Joe, we still haven't negotiated things completely with Taitsuki to do that mounting for us. And plus, Taitsuki takes for freaking ever. They're really driving me nuts. So this one's actually a pretty short sword, but it's also very wide for its short length. So this is what you would expect out of Dotanuki, I believe, which is kind of like a big sword. But anyway, this is certified to Dotanuki, the Dotanuki school, which are very famous for big buff schools. Huh? Jill, hey Jill, thanks for being on my live yesterday. By the way, Jill, I want to talk to you about the Batosai sword. Yeah, let's talk about that. What is the most functional battle katana you have in shop? We had Jackson S5 Shock Steel. One day M10. Name of the online shop is RVA-Katana.com. RVA-Katana.com. Tengen Uzui swords are on the way, but they have not arrived yet. Are those heavy duty or all for show? Well, this is an antique sword. This one's about 500 years old, so it's mostly for show. Yeah. Good evening, Grumney Base. Welcome. All right, moving right along. So this is what's really cool. This is what arrived today from Cloudhammer. This arrived via sea freight, and there are a bunch of new swords which we have never seen before. So this is basically like their tactical choppa, but this is a smaller version. I think that Ryan called it the mini choppa. So you can see this one here. Check out that bohi. I kind of wish they had this blade in regular Nihonto fittings, because this is pretty cool in my opinion. Actually, this is kind of a Nagamaki. Now that I look at it, this is kind of like a smaller Nagamaki if you look at the handle. Not exactly sure what steel this is. I don't think we ordered this. I think they just sent this to us as a sample, which means we're going to cut with it. So this will probably be one of the things we cut with. Is my Kanabo signed or Mume? Which one, Brandon? Because I have two Kanabo. One is an enormous Nagamaki, which is signed, and then I do have like a really wide one, a wide Shinogi Zukuri, which is not. Describe my channel in 2 sentences. We sell swords. Boom, 1 sentence. We do have Sakabato, yes. So there we are. This is one of the things that we got today from Cloudhammer. Wasn't expecting this at all, so very excited to see it. Has this really cool kydex. All these little extra bells and whistles on the kydex. Not quite sure what to make of that. Yeah, this one is probably SX105V. All right, so this is one of the ones that came in. And we're going to go ahead and unbox another one so you can see it. Oops, this one is still sealed. Let me see if we have one that's already... Oh, here's one that's already opened. All right. And so this one, we have several pre-orders for this one, and it is finally in. So this is... Hey, Joe Story. Yeah, nice look. This is my first time that in my adult life that I've ever worn pink. I don't know if I've actually... I might have worn pink as a kid. I don't know. As a little kid, baby, but I never intentionally wore pink. Here, everybody, is the Choppa. This is one of the swords that we got several pre-orders for this one. And it is a massive sword, which I don't have. Oh, woo! Almost lost a finger there. Check out this big, bad baby. We had a crap ton of fun cutting with this. So we will have some fun. Since we got 10 of them, and I think only 3 or 4 pre-ordered, we're going to have some fun cutting with this one here. So this is the Choppa. Check out that Tsuba as well. This actually looks a little bit different from the first one. Handguard looks small. It is small. So, Rob, this is not an unboxing. Matt and Ryan unboxed it earlier today. I'm just showing off what we got. Okay, so let me get this back into the box. And we will show you the highlight of this particular shipment. This is a big boy. So, this is the 120 centimeter Odachi. This one is made of 80 CRV2. I can hold it. I'm standing about 8 feet away from the camera, and there you can see the Tsuba. And this one does have a kojiri. I think it's a pretty cool effect. Big, long tail kojiri. And this one is quite big. So 47-inch sword here. This one is made of 80 CRV2, so basically a German chromium vanadium sword. So super durable. I can't read any comments, by the way. It's way too far away. But yeah, so this is the first of the big guys that we got in. There is another one made of SX105V with a clay temper, or actually a differential hardening line. There is one of those back here somewhere. I just don't know which one it is, and I don't plan on opening it tonight. Let me get that back in there. All right, so those are kind of the swords that we got in. Do we have any battle katana with black blades? Yes, we do. Joe Story, this one is, I believe, 1125. Falchion, we don't have any true falchions. We have several blades that look like falchions. Joe, this one is 1125. The S5 ones will be probably in the 1400 range, 1600 range. Rare swords are probably antiques. They're on our website. You can visit, look up for the Monster Odachi, no Kopesh. Where was it made? The blade was made in Vietnam, and it was mounted in China, in Shenzhen, China. May you see what? I'm not sure, Headhunter, what you want to see. All right. Still love the choppa. Yes. That was so much fun to cut with. It would make this ching sound when we hit with it. I'll see you on Saturday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, Rob. I know you're going to pick that up. And I think you're going to pick up some mats, too. Best sword, 500 and under. Get the Vortex, not the Vortex. For $500, get the Reaper. The Reaper is an amazing sword. Battle Katana with Black Blade. Yeah, I'll get to that. Just keep on reminding me if I don't show it to you. Let's see. What's a good starter katana? John Rivera, we recommend the Vortex. Let me move around all this crazy stuff here, and I'll show you the Vortex. We have several colors of the Vortex. They're made of 9260 spring steel, so they're very durable. So if you're a beginner, you don't, it lowers the risk of damaging the sword. And if you do damage it, it's a very inexpensive sword. So this is the Black Gale Vortex. 9260 spring steel, has a bohi, so it does make a nice whoosh sound. Let's see, do you think the Karate Kid is Johnny Lawrence or Daniel LaRusso? I don't know. After watching Cobra Kai, I am very partial to Johnny. I really like his arc. Here's another one of the Vortexes. This is the red Vortex. Let's see, missing comment, sorry. What steel is the mini choppa? SX, I believe it's SX105E, but I don't know for sure. I need to ask Cloudhammer. We didn't order it, they just sent it. The last word was tall as you. Jill, it might be as tall as me. Starting prices are $80 for some of them. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. Okay, a battle black blade. This is not black. It is titanium powder coat, and we did get a couple of these in stock. So this one is probably one of our best cutting swords, best edge retention that we have. So it's titanium powder coat for a gray blade. Well, this one is definitely pretty amazing. This one is ASAB 88. ASAB 88 has some of the best edge retention out there. What kind of steel? We have all kinds of steel. I took a tip and passed through Virginia, but just wasn't close to RVA. RVA is close to almost everything in Virginia, just saying. Let's see. You're convinced you can take me in hand to hand. You probably can. Yeah, the Odachi has a 4-foot blade, definitely the case. One-piece sword, we do have black battle blade. Let's see. I'm looking. Looks like everything is out of order, but let's turn this around. And no, that's not black. None of those are black. We do have black blades. I'm just not seeing you right now. All right. One-piece sword. I'll come around to a one-piece sword. Any well-built shirasaya. Here we are. We have, shikomizue. Technically not a shirasaya. Shikomizue right there. There's the straight one. Here is a curved one. Here is a black one. The black one has a much nicer blade than the other ones. This one is T10 with a really nice polish to cloud the edge. High frequency blade, no. Demon Slayer swords. We have several, like 7 different versions. If there was a zombie apocalypse, could those swords for $80 get through a few zombies? Yes. For $80, you could get through a few zombies. They are 1060 steel. They are reasonably durable. They're certainly not the most durable swords we have, but they are durable. Demon Slayer swords over here. Let's see. What about the ones with really long handles? Those are called Nagamaki. Will Rengoku sword be restocked? We have Rengoku sword. Is it not showing as being on the website? Because we do have several. Why does everyone that uses a sword have a move after cutting something? What are you talking about? Deadpool swords? No. Law from One Piece? We do have Law from One Piece. Kikoku. This is fuzzy. Any news on the Taitsuki Shoshin Hana? They are shipping them. They are finally shipping them, I think, tomorrow. Or maybe today, their time. I don't know. He showed me pictures of them today that they are ready to go. They have been QC checked. So I am sorry that it's taken so long. That's the one thing with Taitsuki is they give me one date, add like 3 months to it. Emma, we do have Wind. Emma, the Wind Hashira is what? Is that Sanemi? Is that Sanemi? Here is Emma. Yeah, antiques would be the most expensive that we have. The One Piece is $150. Most of the One Piece swords are $150. Chiburi. Chiburi is flicking motion. Some people say it is to flick blood. It does not do that. People have tried and it doesn't work that way. Someone said something, but now I forgot which sword they were asking about. In one ear, right out the other. Getting old. Tensei Zangetsu, we are out of stock, but we are getting it back. We do have Nagamaki. Sanemi. Oh, that's what it is. Sanemi. Where is it? Oh, here it is, right here. Sanemi right here. Kokushibo, we do have Jade Antique. Jade Antique. I don't think we have a Jade Antique. I don't think we've ever had a Jade Antique. Kokushibo right here. Let's see. I'm going over to a Nagamaki in a second here. Antiques start at about maybe $600 for tanto. And then they go, like anything certified is going to cost you at least $1,000. Anything certified. By the way, here is Law's Odachi. So this one's the longer version. Nagamaki over here with a long handle. So these were battlefield weapons during the Kamakura period and earlier. Basically, very long handles there. So this is a pretty cool sword. By the way, visit our website, RVA Katana. All of these are listed here. Let's see. Are they sold out of the shipment? No, there should be probably 4 or 5 left. Cutting steel for bamboo. Ricky Provost of what we have. SX105E is probably best bang for your buck. Oldest piece here is 650 years old. SEA, what does that stand for? Seattle? No Seattle swords. Watawichi Monji, we do have. What do you get for $30? We can get you a cleaning kit. Or maybe a little mini pen opening sword. Let's see. Or a wood sword. Actually, we do have some wooden anime swords. Someone just said something. Oh, Watawichi Monji. Where is Watawichi Monji? Oh. Huh. I moved everything. I moved things around. This is on me. Oh, here's Watawichi Monji right in front of my face. Southeast Asian swords. We don't have any Masamune, of course not. Oldest pieces in a display case. I'm not going to take it out, but I do have I have a couple of 500-year-old swords, but I could show you because they are already out. Dark Sister. I can show you Dark Sister. Dark Sister. I don't remember the name of the character, but it's the incest uncle. Do you remember in the first time you watched Game of Thrones and Jaime and Cersei were going at it, and you were ooh gross, but then Jon Snow and Daenerys go at it, and you're like, oh yes. I'm glad I found a website for buying swords specifically. Yeah, brother, uncle. Yeah, right. Please, I'd like to look at the oldest ones. The oldest ones, I'm not going to take out of the case. Those are like 650 years old, and they're just too much of a hassle to get to. But I can show you 500-year-old swords because they are readily available. Zoro swords right over here in front of us. Whoo! Best starter sword. Speed, get the Vortex. The Vortex is an excellent starter sword. Made of 9260 spring steel. Taitsuki coming in 12. The Taitsuki coming in is at the 1299 one. The Kumori, we are getting the Kumori, Joe. We are getting some of the Kumori in. Let's see. Muramasa, no. Hey, Steve, I didn't realize you were even there until I saw you pin a comment. All right, so we have 3 500-year-old swords over here. These are readily available to show. This one, when we say 500 years old, we're not talking about the fittings, but the blade itself. And so this one is a 500-year-old sword. Really can't see the textures. I don't have very good lighting here to see the textures of the steel. Kind of see it right there. This is a 500-year-old sword. This one is also a 500-year-old sword. This is a Suiseki sword. This is from the Gifu area in Japan. You can kind of see the details in it. 500-year-old sword. The wood fittings are probably like 30 years old. The metal fittings, I would guess, are probably about a couple hundred years old. And this is a Doanuki. This one is huge Kisaki right there. This one is probably about 450 to 500 years old. And once again, we're talking about the blade and not the parts themselves. I'm gonna get pictures of these up and we'll load them onto the website pretty soon. Hi, John. I'm the guy who emailed you about my blue wave today. You're always awesome at getting back to me quickly. It's Andrew Liu. Hello. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Which sword has the most history? Anything that's old, right? What katana would compare to the manganese steel the Chinese swords to? Is manganese safe for hard targets? Yes. 65 MN is very durable. That's when they call high manganese steel. Those are called 65 MN, and they are very durable. The edge retention is okay, but really their durability is good. We do have straight tanto, yes. Best black katana. Do you mean black? Probably the best black katana would be one of the Reaper. Actually, I don't have the Reaper in black. How about the Vortex, the black gale here? The Vortex, one of the Dragon Kings, all black. These are all good swords. These are some of the wide blade ones. Check this guy out. This is a wide, he has a flat, wide blade. This is all black. Really nice cutting sword. This one is 350. Are those antiques certified? Joe, the ones I just showed, the 3 I just showed are all certified. Or maybe I showed 4, but they're all 3. They're all certified. Straight tanto. Here we are. These are $80 tanto here. We call these the Assassin tanto. And these are $80. They're straight. Then we have some really nice ones for $80. When the sword drops, jump back. Do not try to catch it. It's one way to lose a finger. All right, so here we are. This is another straight one. Check out that blade over there. This one is Shobuzukuri. But what's really cool about this one is the hordimono on it. Really nicely executed hordimono. 65mm is basically alternate designation for 1566. A little bit different, but pretty much the same thing, yes. The one thing is that China knows how they really know how to heat treat 65mm. So it's usually a good one. So really pretty sword over here. Do you have that style in black? What style in black? For what? I know, Joe. That's what we go for. I mean, we don't want people to have decision paralysis, but we like to have a large selection of cool things. Let me show you. This is... Oh, I don't feel like reaching for it right now. Ooh, oh, the one in my hand. No, we don't have it. We could get it in black, but it would take a while. It'd take 4 to 6 weeks, but we could get it in black. Yeah, Steve is asking. Sheridan is asking the right question. Best for what? What are you looking for in a sword? Because there are certain swords. If you're looking more for display, then there's certain value in like what are you looking for in a display sword? If you're looking for a regular cutter, that's another thing. Hey, it's DJ. I didn't just saw you there. If you have any older blades, I'd love to see them. I heard some antique question. I'm dumbing to sigh, but I just showed several antiques, and it's kind of on the other side of the shop. I can show you the ones that are encased, but I'm not going to take them out because they're a pain in the butt to get out and get back in. But there we are. This is the antique case we have. We probably have up to about 60 antique swords right now. Mugen sword. Someone asked. DJ asked. Here's Mugen sword. It's a Kogorasa style. Look at the tip on this baby. This is one of the old school styles. The name of that one, I don't remember, but look up Fudo, F-U-D-O, and you will find that one, Fudo. We do have Damascus Katana. If 2 people were to clash and have a fight with Katana, would the Katana get chipped easily? Yes. We do have Demon Slayer swords. These, I believe, are $375. Jay Harkins, received your Autumn Dragon Hamon is great. It does have a couple of small nicks on the edge. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Jay. Sorry we missed that. I am getting my steps in. I have a 50-year-old pork sword. Okay. We do have swords made of tamahagane. I just showed 5 antique swords which are made of tamahagane. We also have a couple of modern swords made of tamahagane as well. Let's see. Aizen. We do have Aizen sword. Captain Aizen from Bleach. I don't watch Bleach, so I have no idea about what's so cool about Aizen. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman. Here's Aizen. Buying me an antique katana, but she was scammed, I reckon, a lot. I am sorry to hear that. Can we see the Demon Slayer swords? I can work my way over there. I was referring to the Black Blade katana. I'm not sure what you were. Here's a Black Blade katana. Here's Tanjiro sword, which is a black blade. Ichigo sword, it's back the other way. Yes, Demon Slayer, they're all real blades. Some of them are better than others. Inosuke is above me right there. They are full tang and sharp. These are all functional swords. Inosuke sword right here. For training, we recommend the Vortex as a starter. Hi, everyone. So, Jay Harkin, send me pictures of the damage. Because we'll refund you to give you a partial refund if you're willing to work on it yourself. The right way to display a daisho, wakazashi on top, katana on bottom. Show us the girliest sword we have. Okay. I mean, girly is so relative, right? But I'd say this one is pretty girly. The pink plum from Dragon Spring. It's a pretty girly sword. It's like pink, 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 pink. We do have Excalibur. Excalibur over here, from the movie Excalibur from the 1980s. Modern tactical wakizashi, we do. We have one, the Tack Whack, which is one of our favorites. Tactical wakizashi, we call it a Tack Whack. Final Fantasy Cloud Sword, we don't have. T10 metal. Let's see. We could multitask this. Here's a Ghost of Tsushima sword made of T10. Natural Hamon line. I don't know if you can see the Hamon line there. Sword from Blade, we don't have. Cherry Blossom themed swords, we do have a lot. We do have a lot of Cherry Blossom swords, which are not girly. Death Plum. Yeah, Death Plum is a good black sword. Thank you, Joe, for mentioning that. Ichigo sword. Okay, sorry, I know you've asked that several times, and I'm right here, so I can show you now. Ichigo's Bankai. Here's another black sword. No Attack on Titan. Captain Toshiro's, we do have. Ghost of Tsushima, we start at 150 and go up. Sasuke sword over here. Afro Samurai right there. Virgil's Yamato, we have several versions. We just cut with this one on Monday. This one's on sale for $125. It was $175. Definitely a really good deal on this one here. We did have some fun cutting with this one. Updates on Orcrist. Oh, Jay Harkins, I think they arrived today. They might be in the back of my car right now. So we're going to open them up tomorrow and show them. So yeah, I think they arrived today, Jay. But we have to open up to look at it and see. Demon Slayer swords are about 150. Kokushibo we do have. Jin Sakai we do have. What was the long sword that came in today? I think it had a half ring guard. Yeah, that's an old Cloudhammer. We've had it for a while, but there's a version right there. There's the floor model. So we got several new of these ones that came in with a ring guard. Big long sword. How can I order? Visit our website, rva-katana.com. We do have a gold Tachi. Good luck finding these for $7. Good luck finding these on Alibaba. Let's see. Utter idiocy. No Red Dead Redemption. What was the sword on the yellow handle up there? Not sure. I don't think we have a yellow handle. We have Yuki's Obsidian Slasher from Sword Art Online. Yeah, we have two different versions of Michonne. We have a 65mm, which is a type of manganese steel, and we have S5 shock steel. Rengoku sword, we do have. Michonne, yeah. Do I do bow and arrow? No. Zabuza, we do not. Rengoku sword over here. My favorite one changes all the time. Witcher. We might have a Witcher sword that just came in, along with Orcrist. No butterfly swords, which is bad since I'm a Wing Chun teacher and I practice butterfly swords, but I don't actually have any really nice ones. Rengoku is 150. Rengoku was gone too. I agree. He was one of my favorite characters. Though we do not have Borutos. We do have stick swords. We cut in with the Choppa on Monday. Hell yeah! Yeah, we got the Choppa in. Kainmara in the house. Captain Yami sword, we are out of stock, but we will get it back. Oh, someone asked about Toshiro sword. Tokito sword right here. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. No Confederate sabers. We have had them, but we are sold out. Bleach swords are 150. Sanemi sword is 150. The Choppas came in. Yes. Steve, we'll ship yours tomorrow. Cherry Blossom sword. Let's see. Here's a pretty cool one. Here's a Cherry Blossom sword. We have a lot of Cherry Blossom swords. One of my favorite motifs. I'm drawing a blank as to which one of these are cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms, cherry blossoms. This one is made of orishigane, so very similar to tamahagane, but made in China instead of in Japan. Cherry blossoms. Check this out. Is it possible to see the Naginata ni Honto? That's 3,000. Jade, it's way up there up top. You can see it when you come in next time. Just tell them you want to see it, and they'll go grab it. This is a tamahagane one. Crimson Death, let's see. Phoenix Armory Crimson Death Katana, T10 Clay Tempered. Phoenix Armory Crimson Death Katana. I can't think of what that is, I'm sorry. If it's pre-order, it probably means we don't have it. We're located in Richmond, Virginia. Sasuke is at the other end of the shop. We actually don't have as many cherry blossom swords as we used to. We need to rectify that situation. Here's one. Here's this. This is one of the best cutting swords we have, the Spring Sakura. So this one is a cherry blossom on the tsuba. 5160 steel, very nice cutter. This is the one that's, this specific sword is the one that Scott has used in his cutting seminars. Whoo! Kenchen, never heard of it. Zoro sword, we do have his swords. Sasuke, okay, I'll work my way around to Sasuke. It's on the other side there. I have things out of order. Here's Sasuke's sword right over here. Once again, visit our website, rva-katana.com. I'm new to swords. What is the best one? What do you want to do with your sword? What do you want to do with your sword? That really, the best at what is the question. Cursed swords. Damn you. Now it's cursed. Shop is in Richmond, Virginia. You sent everyone home for the day already? I was just teaching class, so we close at 6 p.m. Zenitsu we do have. This is actually a fan favorite as well. Zenitsu. Very lightning-esque. Don't carry pocket knives. Sword under Sasuke is another Sasuke, the white version. We do have Nihonto, I just showed them. Sturdy wooden sword for training, a bokken. Sanemi sword, I just had it in my hand. Sanemi sword right here. It's green. Ozai, not all the Nihonto are in a case. I actually have 5 out right now. Phoenix Armory Crimson Death Katana T10 Clay Temper. I honestly don't remember which one that is. I'm sorry. They are sharp. We can doll them if you want. We can doll this, any sword. Kodachi, we have Kodachi from Cloudhammer over here. These are Kodachi and Handachi fittings. Favorite sword also changes. Yes, we do sharpen them. Biggest one we have. We just showed it. Did you see my question a minute ago? I did not, Kimberly. Sorry. Cloudhammer. This is a Cloudhammer. This is just the brand. Custom. It depends on how custom. Interesting wakizashi to show. Let's see. Phoenix Arms Tack Whack. You got it. Awesome, HC. I'm glad. Zenitsu sword. Yeah. John, what was that red and black Nagamaki choppa that came in? I'm not 100% sure. I need to find out about it. We do have blades with engravings. Antique swords over here. So it's about the largest. This is the largest over here. Let me hold it out. We got I think 5 or 6 of these and maybe 10 of them even. So this is our longest sword. The blade is 4 feet long. The handle is about a foot. It's about 16 inches. So this is about 5.5 feet of sword. I can't read comments right now because they're so far back. Oh, okay. So just for context, I'm 6 feet tall, and that comes up to there. So this large one, I believe, is $11.75. It is on our website now. We don't have shank sword. We do have lots of tanto. Inuyashas we do not have. Any swords made with precious metal? No. Best blade for combat, S5 shock steel. Favorite demon slayer is probably Rengoku. Sharpness of the sword isn't that important. Sharpness, you can sharpen anything. It's a matter of how well it retains its edge. Let's see. Yes, that Crimson Death. Oh, you know what? I think we have that. It might be listed as pre-order, but I think we have it now that I look at it. So I gotta remember if someone can send me a message, if I find the Crimson Death here, then we will remove it from pre-order. Here it is. This is the Crimson Death. They sent it with a black Sagael, but we can switch it to red. But you can see it's red wrap here. Check out the blade on this one. So we do have Crimson Death. Sorry about that. I know the person who was asking about it. This is the Crimson Death right here. And so we do have it in stock, and we can switch to a red Sagael if you want. We emailed about a split ska today for shipping back. Do you provide a shipping label? Oh, Joel, right? Yes, I will send you a shipping label. You caught me. I was so busy in the clinic, I wasn't able to get to it. But I will send that to you tomorrow. Just send me a reminder because I will forget about it. Is shock steel better than old combat Japanese swords? Much better. Significantly better. You know, the old Japanese katana were made of tamahagane, which is not a very good quality steel. It's really a testament to how great the swordsmiths were. You'll have people come on here and we'll argue with them and they'll say, oh, no, it's great. You know, tamahagane is the best. It's not. You're talking about a technology that's 1,500 years old. So it's really the quality of the swordsmith and how well they could make those swords more than the steel itself. But tamahagane is pretty crappy steel. Does the Reaper come already razor sharp? Yes, the Reaper is stupid sharp. It is just an amazing cutter. He's asking about the Reaper. So I got to remember to take the Crimson Death off of pre-order. So it took me a minute to figure that out. My sword is 2567 steel. I'm not familiar with that. Here is a Reaper. Huge deep curve to it. These cut like amazingly. These are amazing cutters. Very easy to handle. Sasuke sword is sharp enough to cut through watermelon. It does not take much. Sunken Beard, you can find us at rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. I don't want to spam the chat, but I think you missed it again. Do you have a sword where the base of the scabbard pulls out and has hidden weapons in it? The base of the scabbard pulls out. Yeah, we have Mugen sword. We have had a ninja tactical sword like that, but currently the only one we have like that is Mugen sword from Samurai Champloo. So here it is, and so this one has this little mini. So Kimberly, I'm sorry I missed your question so many times. This is the only one we have like that. We do have a ninja sword coming that has something similar, but that might be a few weeks out or a few months out. Please show some colors of the Nagamaki we do have. Let's see, we have the red tiger. Not very good lighting to see it at night. Red bamboo. This was a mistake. It was supposed to be green. Let's see. Green tiger. This was supposed to be red. And then that's the only Reapers we have in stock right now. We are getting more. Whew. What's the most catching sword you think you have from expensive to maybe $275? For $275, the razor. The razors are the best. Or if, let's see, okay, I might be what I'm looking for. I was a kid when I saw it. I don't remember. First sword I owned was a really crappy katana, actually. Mugen sword is $375. You can visit our website, rva-katana.com. It is $375. And look up Mugen, and you'll find it. Nagamaki. We have several Nagamaki here. Some with very long handles, some with not so long handles. So this is a relatively short Nagamaki handle. So this one, I believe, is 16 inches long. This is the Blue Wave Nagamaki. Beautiful clay temper line. This one might not be on our website. This is actually, we are getting more of these, but this is someone, it's on consignment. One of our customers sold it back, or actually brought it back because he wanted to trade it in for something else. Here is the Defender Nagamaki, super long handle. This one's probably like a 2-foot long handle and a 27-inch long blade. This one has a really beautiful clay temper line, and this one really cuts nicely. It's a really nice cutter. Let's see, do you ever battle people? No, because these are dangerous. How much is a shock steel kayak? Frank Williams, you can try. Send us rva.katana@gmail.com. For purchasing a Shinken from Japan in the future, if you're going to be using it for cutting, don't get one from Japan. If you're using it for cutting, if you're getting it for display, for history, then yes, but don't get it for display because yeah. But don't get it for cutting because seriously, a Shinken from Japan, they're using Tamahagane. It's not the most durable or practical sword. How does the razor compare to some of the Virgil or Kenshin swords? I like pop culture stuff. Oh, if you like pop culture, then the Ghost of Tsushima one is really nice. This one is actually 275 exactly. So choose this over a razor. If you like pop culture sword, get the razor for get the Ghost of Tsushima for 275. It has a beautiful Hamon line to it. So this is, I think, is the best $275 pop culture sword. Blue-Eyed Samurai is your first sword over that Mall Ninja stuff. Awesome. We do have Damascus swords. I'm trying to think of what else is 275, but I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Hitokiri Batosai. Jill, if you're on, honestly, get this Hitokiri Batosai. Don't get the Dragon Spring one. The 65mm. Just spend the extra $75 and get the one with the Hamon line. This one is really nice. The handle is much more curved, so it's much more exaggerated. So notice here, if I hold the handle at, like head up like this, see how far it curves off. So this one to me is a much nicer one, Jill. So this is a really nice one for $275. This is the Hitokiri Batosai from Rurouni Kenshin. Look up Kenshin and you'll find it on our website. Did you find the missing report file, the missing USPS? Yo, Steve, yes I did. Yes I did. I found it with USPS. They sent me to customs. I sent a file to customs. They sent me back to USPS. It's been a total freaking nightmare. They are freaking awful. So I wrote my congressman to ask him for help. Curved handle like that. We have some Tachi like this. We have some Tachi with curved handles, but those are the only ones. So you can see them over here, like these Tachi. These are all much more expensive though. These are like in the $400 range or more. Whew. Okay, I am tired. It's been a long day, and I will be back live tomorrow. But thank you guys. The Mugen sword is very sharp. You just do a search on our our TikTok or YouTube. I can't remember which platform this is. Do a search on Mugen and RVA Katana, and you'll see us cut with it. It is amazing how much it cuts. We don't have Deadpool swords. Rattan wrap scabbards. We have a couple. Actually, the Reaper has rattan wrapping. All right. Let's see. Yes, we do sell stands, Adam. Sword racks and sword stands. We do have them. Let's see. Website is rva-katana.com. That's RVA Katana. So rva-katana.com. I am sporting pink. Seriously, people, I think this is the first time in my adult life that I've worn pink. So, or ever. I don't ever remember wearing pink as a kid even. So maybe unless my dad dressed me in pink. Yeah. Can congressmen help with missing packages? Supposedly, yes. rva-katana.com. Okay. See you guys later. Shutting down YouTube first.